In January, we did my annual 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance program where we looked at one thing you could do each day. Well, we're back with the Compliance Tip of the Day. This is the podcast where we bring you daily insights and practical advice on navigating the ever-evolving landscape of compliance requirements. Whether you're a seasoned compliance professional or just starting your journey, my aim in this podcast is to provide you with a bite-sized, actionable tip to help you stay on top of your compliance game. In the chaotic world of 2025 and beyond, compliance will become even more important, and you staying on top of your game will help your company move forward. Today on the Compliance Tip of the Day, we consider why middle managers can be seen as ethical cornerstones and how you in the compliance function can utilize that. I think most people who work in the corporate arena have an experience that was similar to mine. That was, if you respect your direct report, your supervisor, you will certainly follow them if they give you the appropriate ethical guidance and moral guidance. Conversely, if they're an idiot and everybody knows they're an idiot, they will get less moral support. But I'm not here to talk about the muddle in the middle as the idiots. I'm here to talk about how middle managers can actually create an ethical cornerstone. So what does it start with? Number one, commitment. Compliance must begin with genuine care and commitment to people. Middle managers earn trust and respect through simple, consistent actions, following through on promises, actively advocating for their teams, and being genuinely attentive to concerns. Second, upholding values under pressure. Middle managers are frequently the ones who face the dual pressures of organizational demands and ethical considerations. Compliance professionals must recognize and empower managers who are willing to stand firm on ethical grounds, even when faced with significant pressure. 3, proactive protection of team culture. Managers who proactively address ethical and behavioral issues before they escalate provide critical protection for their teams. Effective compliance involves early intervention, and middle managers are ideally positioned to identify and correct behaviors that undermine compliance. Proactive stances not only resolve immediate issues, but set lasting expectations for ethical behavior. 4, continuous ethical inventory. Compliance professionals can leverage regular ethical self-inventories to encourage middle managers to reflect consistently on their commitments to their teams and higher ethical standards. This involves routinely examining instances where they have demonstrated integrity, fairness, and moral courage. 5, learning from ethical role models. The importance of role modeling and compliance cannot be overstated. Middle managers who actively engage in the ethical practices provide practical, observable models for their team, cultivating an organizational culture where compliance and ethics are deeply valued and actively pursued. Managers who publicly advocate for clear policies and consistently enforce ethical priorities such as data privacy and integrity are certainly people that you would want to follow. Empowering middle managers for stronger compliance is clearly a role for compliance, and compliance professionals have a clear role in reframing how middle management is viewed by their organizations, not as obstacles or bureaucratic necessities, but as indispensable ethical leaders. By championing ethical contributions of middle managers, organizations can not only reinforce compliance at every level, but build resilient, trustworthy culture that sustains ethical excellence in the face of daily pressures and complex dilemmas as a part of their overall strategy to engage more fully with compliance going forward. So what are today's 3 key takeaways? Number 1, reframe. Compliance needs to be a part of the discussion, reframing the role of middle managers from bureaucratic idiots to useful for compliance. Backbone. Middle managers who have real ethical and moral backbone are certainly more well thought of. Reinforce. Compliance should reinforce these strategies and tactics through communications. This new podcast, Compliance Tip of the Day, will appear daily. And frankly, it's one of the most requested topics for a podcast that I get on a regular basis. It's going to be short and sweet with one tip with some takeaways that you can utilize to implement into your compliance program. If you've got a question that you would like a tip on, please submit them through our website, and we will use them in an upcoming episode. The compliance tip of the day is a production of the award-winning Compliance Podcast Network. Finally, this podcast contains promotional material.